Today, the 21st June 2016, just 2 days before the UK EU membership referendum 2016 that will held on Thursday, the 23rd June 2016. And I again urge you, my fellow Britons, wherever you are around the world, wherever you are, Britons in the UK and in around the world, I urge you to please, on 23rd June 2016, please vote UK to stay in the European Union. Again I state, please vote the UK to stay in the European Union on EU referendum on Thursday, 23rd of June. Because it will create a safer, much powerful, more peaceful, much stable, and it will increase the role of Britain in the global stage. Maybe if you all remember the assassination of former British member of the House of Commons, Joe Cox, earlier. I believe that vote leave politicians are behind the assassination of Joe Cox. Who are they? Just address as Nigel Farage, George Galloway, and then Britain First Party, Boris Johnson, Michael Gove, Michael Howard, Chris Grayling, Ian Duncan Smith, and others. Or maybe outside, like Geert Wilders, Marine Le Pen, and Donald Trump are behind the assassination of Joe Cox, because Joe Cox is strongly campaigned for Britain to remain in the European Union, consistent with her previous party before her death, Labour Party, which is officially endorsed the UK to remain in the European Union. But the ruling party, Conservative, in which I'm an avid sympathizer of the party, an avid sympathizer of the party, is officially neutral. The Conservative Party is neutral, while big other parties in the House of Commons like Labour, Liberal Democrats like Labour, the SNP of Scotland, and the Liberal Democrats have supported the UK to remain in the European Union. But I believe, once again, Tommy Mayer was paid by Nigel Farage to shoot Joe Cox to death. Believe in my words. Nigel Farage is behind the assassination of Joe Cox. Again, I state this. Nigel Farage is behind the assassination of Joe Cox. Because Nigel Farage is part of vote leave campaigners, vote leave power-seeking and image-seeking politicians that dominated by Britain, that killed the big star in the British politics, Joe Cox. If you're not believe, previously a representative from Britain First Group denied its allegation in assassination of Joe Cox. Denies that Britain First are behind the assassination of Joe Cox and should be responsible for that. One representative denied because I believe that the representative of the Britain First Group is already paid by Nigel Farage and his friends in vote leave camps to be silent, to not reveal the truth that UKIP, Respect Party, Britain First Party, and then other vote leave political parties in the UK are behind the assassination of Joe Cox. And that's why, these days, These days, in opinion polls before the referendum, Britain stronger in Europe, in which I'm a part of it, maintain big lead to this day. Because I believe that Britain doesn't need them. Britain doesn't need Nigel Farage. Britain doesn't need Boris Johnson. Britain doesn't need Michael Gove and other Brexit supporters from politicians to become Prime Minister of the United Kingdom. Britain doesn't need them. Sorry. Downing Street is harmful for Nigel Farage, for Michael Gove, for Boris Johnson, for George Galloway, for Chris Grayling, and other Brexit supporter politicians. Downing Street is harmful for them. Downing Street doesn't need them. Westminster doesn't need them. Because they just create a big trouble for the nation. They will destroy the UK to become smaller Britain. So they will create the United Kingdom of smaller Britain and Northern Ireland, not the United Kingdom of Great Britain and Northern Ireland, as it existed since 1707. That means early 18th century. Since 18th century, Britain is already great. Vote Leave supporters mostly use take back control. What kind of control that Vote Leave camps ask for? Because Britain is already great. Britain has already controlled the world. Not Vatican controlled Britain, not even Brussels controlled Britain, not even the White House, or Zhongguanai, or even Kremlin controlled Britain. But Britain controls them. Britain controls EU. Britain controls Brussels. Kremlin, Zhongguanai, the White House are controlled by the British people. Even Indonesia is controlled by Britain. Remember that. Even Indonesia is controlled by Britain. Remember that. Not only Singapore, Malaysia, and Brunei, which is a part of Commonwealth of Nations. Indonesia and Thailand, and also Japan are controlled by Britain. Turkey is controlled by Britain. Saudi Arabia is controlled by Britain. Even non-British colonies are controlled by Britain. Once again, even non-British colonies in the past, not even member of British Empire in the past, controlled by Britain. So what does Vote Leave camps ask for take back control? What kind of control that they ask for? If they ask taking back control to the UK, I think the UK already controls the world. UK controls global diplomacy. Global business controlled by the UK. Global politics controlled by the UK. United Nations controlled by the UK. Is that enough? No. The EU controlled by the UK. Russia controlled by the UK. That's why Downing Street and Kremlin has a good relationship rather than any other EU countries. White House controlled by the UK because the UK is a facilitator of US free trade in other European Union members, and also in Russia, and also in China. Most of you didn't understand because my words aren't taught by your parents. My words aren't taught in your schools. Because my words are not even told by any Britons in the UK, not even British politicians, not even the Prime Minister. Tell that word. Only me. I reveal the truth that Britain controls the world. Not based on a conspiracy theory in which Pope owns Britain because Britain leased its own land to the Holy Pope in 1273, I guess. It's on 12th or 13th century. That's so many centuries ago. That would mean that Pope owns the world? No. The Holy Pope, the White Pope or the Black Pope, who cares? Or in this time, Vatican controls Britain. That's not true. But Britain controls Vatican. Britain controls the whole Europe. The whole Europe that starts from Iceland to Russia, controlled by Britain. Britain is owned 90% of European stake. 90%, or even 100% stake of European control owned by Britain. Not by Germany, not by Turkey, not even by Russia. Not even by the United States. Iceland to Russia, owned by Britain. Owned by Britain. Even the United States and China, owned by Britain. Controlled by Britain, ruled by Britain. So what does the take back control means for us in Britain stronger in Europe camp? That's asked frequently by vote leave camps. That we doesn't need them at all. Take back control. Save our NHS. Take back control. Save our NHS. Immigration. Take back control again. Immigration again. Take back control again. Those just round and round issues mentioned by vote leave camps that we doesn't need them. That Britain doesn't need them. Sorry. Immigration. Hey, remember, look at the name. United Kingdom of Great Britain and Northern Ireland. That means the UK is not formed by a plurality. Let me revise that one. The United Kingdom is not formed by singularity, but plurality made the United Kingdom. Diversity made the United Kingdom to this day. From 1707 to this day, the United Kingdom is made of diversity, not by homogeneity, but heterogeneity made the United Kingdom. What's the problem with the migration? Afraid of a terror? The immigration in the UK should be more strengthened, or even more stringent. Even more stringent, to anticipate the terrors in the UK in the next years, in the next times. But is that fine that vote leave camps ask for immigration, behave like xenophobic, behave like they don't like multicolored Britain? But in fact, the UK is a heterogeneous country. It's a multicultural state. The UK is formed by diversity, not by similarity. The UK is formed of diversity, plurality, multiculturalism, heterogeneism, not by homogeneism, not even a nation state, not even by singularity, not even the UK was formed in 1707 by homogeneity. Not even by homogeneity. Because these days, the UK is a multiracial, multicultural, and multicolored state that existed to this day. Vote leave camps are just broke. I just want to broke their Britishness. So that's why I stated vote leave politicians and vote leave campaigners aren't needed by Britain. No. They are rebels. They are betrayals. They are destroyers of British values. They are destroyers of British sovereignty. And they are destroying British greatness since 1707 to this day. Britain is already great. It will be more greater in Europe. Vote leave camps, please go away from Britain if you wanted to create Britain more smaller. Go away from Britain, go away from London, go away from your life in Britain. Just find a safe place for you to create your own imagination about Britain leaving the European Union and will be much greater without the European Union. Please go away because Britain doesn't need you. Thank you. So, again as stated, maybe I'm not an expert in like many stronger in-Europe politicians that always launch economic issues on campaign. But I already told you the truth that Britain will be much greater, safer, more secure, and more powerful in the European Union. So guys, on 23rd June 2016, please vote the UK to stay in the European Union, and please don't listen to stupid Brexit vote leave campaigners and supporters because they're just betrayals. They will destroy Britain and they will create a smaller Britain. Come on, it's just their fantasy, it's just their imagination, and it's just their own stupidity that rules them. But for us, in Britain, stronger in Europe camp, believe in my words that we are smarter, clever, intelligent, wise, hard worker, and persistent to vote Britain, stay in the European Union, and create ultra great Britain in the next years to come. Britain stronger in Europe, yes to the EU, vote Remain on 25 June 2016. Thank you guys.